this is what, the information, or this is what our sort of life have been built upon, and that's what makes us decide the way we decide, the way that they make us decide and take the decisions we take. And I'm trying to pull it out that there is no single place in life, today's life, that culture isn't related, nor religion isn't related. They are all related. Even if the churches are empty, even if the mosques are empty, even if the Buddhist temples are empty, no matter what, those cultures at some point become filled up. And it is not just by that, it has also got the strong influence in our life that those eldership that truly believed became into the victim of all these, groups, and I genuinely gave themselves and made the commitments to it. And as time fades away, as things pass by, and most things fades away, it sort of it replaced. It got itself the status that it so much over the time wants to acquire, or wants to be recognized of. So we see it as an long existing institutions that has become part of our lives, no matter what. In certain countries that you go, Britain, America, whichever place where they have advanced for a long time, they have really been exposed to life longer than others. They have really matured to the state of whatever faith that they belong to, whatever culture that they were into, that it becomes easy in so many sense. If you say that they are more matured spiritually and physically in so many ways, that their reactions are quite different from what maybe those who are not the immatured ones would sort of have, or their views will be. So let's be very critical. I know that we probably will have, if you go among certain people, that's one experience I can give you. Being among people of that nature, you see yourself in a different state. Because I have a background of coming, or former residence of which I saw myself having faith, all right, but I was an adapted faith, and deep down I felt I was really stable and grounded, and have the grounds of stability in so many ways in regards to my faith. But making a move and a step further on to a different level of where the faith has existed longer before, I realized that others are not so seriously into it. They don't really find themselves into it. They are really the body of what we really serve. They have it is mainly seen as their faith, their culture. They have turned the whole religion to a way of life for them, So it's like they have made it real. They are not living in a dream world. If you are in a dream, they are actually living in the dreams that they are living in actual place, in the actual realm of which you dream of, And if I may be allowed to say, like literally others will say, that heaven, they are in the heavenly state. They live the heavenly life. And your knowledge of heaven, you go there and you see quiet is not as you have known heaven to be. Then you live in doubt that there is no heaven. Maybe there is another place, just that they have advanced, they move on and all that. But it's actually, in practicality, they have all put it into real life, what the faith was. And if they are the masters of the faith, they will sort of introduced it and you adapted from them. Then you have to then see that if they have seen far ahead of you, then you should also learn from that and get some understanding. Now, going in the midst of them alone always give me a different kind of feeling or atmosphere, some experience which I find it strange, and I ask myself that what is going on here? That was one experience I went through, and I know they have developed a spirit. They have something. There's something. It's the sense of idea that hits me all the time. It's like they know something you don't know, or they have come to realize something or are aware of something, but whatever they are aware of, it scares them, and nobody dare sort of open up to anybody about it. But in every way, that's the life they want to sort of live. You know, they don't really share it. They don't want to put it out there for people to sort of, they have to, they like something is being shadowed or protected or somehow kept away from others knowing. Secrecy, that kind of thing. And yet it's not really secrecy, but you have to find out yourself. You know. So if you be among certain groups of people where spiritually they are so, advanced in life that their views are different, they might not stick to the idea of the angelic thoughts that you may have, But the sad thing is, they keep presenting these things that they know, and they themselves are far from accepting it that way. It is strange to understand that. Why do they do it then? Maybe they can't stop the tradition. The tradition means more to them than any other, than the truth or the facts that they have realized. But who am I to sort of, in my little, tiny voice, which cannot even reach 100 meters or 200 meters far away from me, what difference can I make? But I hope this will do that. If I point out in the books of Quran, as I have did recently, I was revealing again in my other video previously before this, Surah LX 13, which reveal things about women, women in the group, in the institution, and the advice given to them by Allah to do, that they are supposed to sort of follow through. Now, this text does not just talk in verse 1 straight ahead, but even from verse 1, if you won't be able to get a grasp of what the message is, it gives you a sense of idea that makes you have the assurance that it is talking about the women, because the top of the topic, it clearly states that the message is like Allah was calling on the women to give them the message, and not any other. So if you go to Surah, what do you call it? If you go to Surah LX, okay, verse 1, the immediately first verse, it says Mumla Hama, Mumla Hana, Mumla Hana, Mumta. It says Mumtahana, or the woman to be examined. So, like the word Mumtahana is something to do with a woman to be examined. The pronunciation in English, in that way translated in English, for us to understand what Allah wanted to say. He would call out to a woman, and he was speaking through Muhammad, I believe, or whoever the prophet might be. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. I don't know whether it is God himself, Allah himself, who says, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. I don't know if he says that. I don't know if he's the one who makes those utterances. But I think that's what it is. That's how he declares himself to the prophet before he speaks the rest of the text to come out for it to be documented. Now he says here, O ye who believe, take not my enemies and yours as friends or protectors, offering them your love, even though they have rejected the truth. Now, whatever it is, love comes in, friendship comes in, and as he says, is something that is a call to what? The woman, the woman to be examined. A woman to be examined. Not a man to be examined, but a woman to be examined. That's where the text goes. And he'll go on to 2 and 3, it will to 13, all the way to 13. It will show you